Good morning, sunshines. Callie Carroll here. We're going to talk about having grace with our health journey. I'm really not going to do a video like this. I thought it was so funny though, right? Like, why was my light set up like that? I don't know, you guys. I can't keep track of who has this. Usually it's just Whit and John, and it's probably going to fall over. As you guys jump on, say good morning, sunshine, hashtag GMS. Let me know something that you're grateful for. You're commenting there for 5 years. You regulars, you commented every time. You said, good morning, sunshine, hashtag GMS. Then you shared your gratitude. You shared about your miracle morning. Where you at? Where you at, friends? I know you guys are watching, but are you interacting? Okay. I am extremely grateful for, oh man, so many things I didn't prepare for which one I was going to do today. I'm going to do a look around the room. So this is what I do sometimes. I'm like, I don't know what to say I'm grateful for. I just like look around the room and think about something that if I did not have, I would be like, shoot, I really want that, right? So I'm grateful for fans. How about that? You guys, we use our fan every single night to circulate the air in our home. And I love sleeping below that like light wisp, like wisp of a fan, whatever. What are you grateful for? Okay. I'm great, Eric. Good for you. Good to see you this morning. Let's talk about our health. And I'm just going to authentically share with you guys what's gone with me over the last year. Because if you followed me for more than a year, which I know a lot of you guys are new, the previous chapter, you would have seen so much about different physical challenges, arm challenges, ab challenges, booty challenges, healthy eating, weight loss, healthy mindset. It was like all this different stuff, right? And then the last year, it's like that, where did that go? Right? It just stopped. And I think before, some people were like, will anything ever throw Callie off? Right? That's just comments that I've gotten from you guys. And the answer is yes. The answer is absolutely yes. When I found out about my son's diagnosis over a year ago, I was stopped in my tracks, you guys. I could not hold any mental space for thinking about doing a challenge, like about doing a push-up. Like that did not, it couldn't sit with me. I didn't have the space for that, right? And good morning, Auntie Evie. So Palisade Peaches, I read Preachers at first. Palisade Peaches too. Good stuff. So I couldn't hold space for it. Like it didn't even like compute to me. In fact, my brain was just like all twisted and mixed up when I even thought about like a 6-pack. Right. And it was so interesting as I moved from one chapter to the next, how my whole world changed. And I'm just going to share with you what that journey looked like. Right. So, and especially for like people that have been like clients or followed those types of things. So since diagnosis, what I have not done for a year. And by the way, this does relate to you in chapters of your life, how there are ups and downs, ebbs and flows, how you can react to it and how you can get back to it afterwards. So we are going to go through all of that, right? So for me, I have not done 2 shakes a day for over a year. I have not done that. That was my I did that for 12 years, you guys. 12 years, 10 years, 10 years. A solid decade I did that. It was just the way that I ate, what I love, how I feel good. And I just didn't do that, right? I did not exercise almost at all. I shared a video yesterday, what I did like last week compared to over the last year. Like I barely got out. I was so celebratory. Like if I got in a 10-minute workout, that was a huge deal. I don't know. We stopped our gym membership completely right away because we can't take my son in there because he'd be neutropenic, and everything just stopped. Right. I didn't focus on I haven't like looked at a certain calorie, focused on my protein, anything that I teach all the time. I haven't done any of that. What I have done, right? I have made more batches of homemade chocolate chip cookies than you could possibly imagine. I have embraced eating all sorts of different things just based upon survival or taste and joy. I have continued to do my tea and my tablets, my vitamins every single day. Those are just non-negotiables. I stopped drinking water. I literally stopped drinking water. Almost for a year, you guys. How wild is that? Of course, there's water and things that you have, right? It's like you can get water out of foods and different items. But since Whit and John couldn't have water and we had to hide cups for 3 to 4 months, I just I formed a new habit of not having cups around anywhere, making sure he didn't know. So I stopped drinking water. It has just been a complete swing of my health pendulum over the last year. And throughout that time, I've had multiple occasions where I'm just like, I'm getting back on it. I mean, I can't even tell you how many times I'm like, I'm starting the ab challenge in December. Like, I'm going to do it. I do 5 days. I'm like, yes, I feel good. And then I don't know what happens. Like, shit hits the fan. We're back in the hospital. We're traveling to see our specialist. I'm just not emotionally or mentally there. It just doesn't work. Right. And then this has happened over and over again. I think like in February or March, I was like, I made this huge list. Here's all the different things that I'm going to do. And I was like, yes, I'm like ready to go back at this. And as I started to attack that, I knew it just did not feel right. It wasn't the space I was in. And this is the point for you guys today. There are going to be different chapters in your life where your physical health is going to have different levels of priority. And acknowledging that and realizing that that is true for everybody, yes, me as well, can be empowering in knowing that you can have grace during this time and still seek out and look for that time where you are going to be ready to choose movement, choose physical health, choose to see the importance in that, right? Where I don't know, you guys, in my personal situation, it was like all I could do to survive. It was all I could do to keep my baby alive. It was all I could do to emotionally process what was happening, to count his pee in, count his his water in, his urine out, track all of his diapers, try to figure out his medication, try to figure out how to get the specialist, our insurance, all the different things. Like all of that was all consuming, which meant that this piece of my life has been somewhat on hold. Now, throughout that, like what my physical journey has resulted in is at first I had quite a bit of weight loss, and that happens sometimes with stress. Plus I stopped working out. So I lost a majority of my muscle mass, right? Like, I mean, quite a bit of muscle was gone. So I dropped like maybe to the lowest weight that I've been since, I don't know, high school or maybe a little bit earlier. So like down to like 145, like 145 pounds. And then I had people, some of you guys, my loving friends, commented like, Callie, what are you doing? You need to make sure that you're eating. You need to fuel your body. You have to take care of yourself, or you're going to take care of other people. And I would hear it. I'd be like, yeah, but you don't get it. Like I'm doing this. Like I'm too focused on this. I knew it to be true, but it's just not where I was physically or emotionally. Some of you guys have experienced this before, right? So then what happened is with some time, and with improvements, with confidence in my caring for my son, with more confidence in our doctors, with more confidence in our space, I've like slowly started to make this shift where we make a little bit less chocolate chip cookies, right? We have a little bit less candy around the house. I acknowledge things a little bit more in the foods that I'm putting in my body. But it was interesting. What happened is like we had a couple of visitors, like visitors can come in for the last like half of the year. And towards the beginning of the year, every time I'd have people out, I would like gain 3 pounds. And I knew it, not because I weigh myself a lot, you guys, because you don't need to be on the scale all the time, but I just didn't feel, I felt like a little bit, right? So I was like, let me just check in. Oh, okay. You're back up to your like original weight. Perfect. And then I check in again. It's like, oh, okay. Now you're at 152 above. Oh, okay. Now you're at 156. So there's been this like progressive slow weight gain every time I have people out here for some reason. And again, not obsessing with the scale, but acknowledging how my body feels and then backing it up with some sort of statistics of where I'm at, right? So what happened for me, and this I hope to be supportive for you guys when you're looking at your journey and your chapters and acknowledging that there will be forward movement and sometimes all you can do is be where you are because you can't force yourself to be over there because you're not ready yet. But I found in the last just week, you guys, and I have been stair stepping into it. Like I've started going to the gym a little bit more. I've started, focusing on my shakes a little bit more, focusing on my protein factor, or my cottage cheese, or, my protein based substitutes a little bit more. And then like a week ago when John was home, and I knew he's gone for like June, and he was gone for like 6 weeks on and off, but I'm like, he's here. I can finally like just commit to something. And I woke up one morning and I was like, 4 miles a day. I did this video, right? Like 4 miles every day. Literally, I don't know why that, like, it was my mantra as I got outside, and I had been maybe doing 2 miles when I did something, but I was like, I know this feels good for me. And something that has really benefited me in the past in moving in that right direction physically, right? For your physical self-love and health is ripping the Band-Aid off. Like just saying, I'm going to do this and do it no matter what. Now, I tried that before, but I didn't have the emotional space for it. Does that make sense? If you guys aren't taking care of your emotional shit, your emotional baggage, the different things that you need to take care of, whether that is literally taking care of your son to stay alive, taking care of doctor's appointments, or maybe it's taking care of a challenge in a relationship, or a confrontation that you haven't had, or acknowledging that the job you are in is not right for you, taking care of that emotional strife and finding ways to move through it and release it gives you space to do new, beautiful things. This is the point of today's video, right? That you could find that like focusing on your physical health is challenging for you and you don't know why. You just can never get through. Every time you start, you stop again. But where's your emotional space? What's your emotional availability to make this a priority, to make your health a priority? Sometimes the answer is there isn't any. And there's not going to be some for a while, because I can't do anything about my son having cancer and me needing to go from doctor to doctor and figure out all of this stuff out. I could could only control what I could control during that time, right? So I accepted where I was at and I did my personal best. And through that, right, like just what other little things could I keep doing? My teas? Could I keep doing my vitamins? You know, did I do the little small workout, 10 minutes, maybe once a week? It was just whatever I could do, you know, make sure I still got into the doctor, that my body's good, that my blood works good, all of those different things. That's all I could handle during that time. But I've been able to open up emotionally and allow for more space as we're getting through treatment with my son. And that's where this like magical thing just happened. And when you have space, let's talk about this now. When you have space, if you're like, I don't know, I don't really feel like I have emotional baggage, there's not like restricting relationships, I'm happy about my job, I'm happy at all the places I am, then it's like, okay, so there is a space there. There's space for you to make a decision. So I made a decision that I was going to do 4 miles a day. So here's my update of where I'm at now, right? 1 week. And I would say I've been leading up to this for 2.5 months. So there's probably been 10 weeks of kind of like whoop, 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 right? John's here. I get a workout. John's not here. I don't work out, whatever, like kind of going up and down, kind of eating some healthier, but not all the way. Hi, buddy. And then I just had this like point where I was like, I'm going to do this. So after 1 week of being committed to myself and getting outside, I have felt so much better mentally, which is wild because we're talking about physical health here, right? But what I've noticed, and I was sharing with a friend the other day, is like, this is what happened. Actually, I went to the bathroom to get ready for the day. I was like, okay, I'm going to go get ready. I like did my run. I took my shower. I felt really good. And like, I was getting ready to put on makeup and all this stuff. And I like looked at myself and I was like, and my hair wasn't even brushed. I was like, girl, high five. No, you look good. Like, don't even do anything. Like, let's just roll, because I feel so good. And that space to me comes from allowing my body to release the endorphins, like, right, to have that chemical reaction that a workout gives you, as well as make sure that I'm providing it the vitamins that I need, and it just makes you feel good. The other part of this is the addiction that can settle in. Like, right, for me, it's always taken, like, when I commit for every single day, for my, whether it was that yoga stint that I did, right, when I did my bar work, whether it's this, when I commit to consistency in that, it can just take a week. And all of a sudden, it's not like I wake up and I'm like, oh, I want to go run 4 miles right now. But the second guys, let me finish this conversation. Okay, can you guys please go outside and do that? Can you please go outside? Quincy, your brother had that, not you right now. Quincy, your brother had that right now. Can you undo that bed for me? Thank you. Can you take that down? So sorry, you guys, this is my world. Everybody's like, what is she doing? So, okay, perfect. So for me,
I can get it.
Feeling good and settling into the addiction gets to where I might not want to do it, but after I've done just a little bit of it, I feel really good, right? I can feel really good within just a short amount of time. So for you guys, this is fine. It's fine. Don't mind me and my world and my children. It's good. We're going to do this now. For you guys, if you're in a space where you don't have, guys, can you please let mommy finish her video real quick? Thank you very much. If you're in a space where you don't have emotional space and this is your consistent world, maybe just do your small little best that you can do right now, right? But if you're finding that you're working through some things, it is getting slightly easier, just a little bit easier each moment, each day. See if you can find some extended space for you to be able to move into some movement, some physical health, some acknowledgement of what it would be like if you focused on your protein and your vitamins again. And finally, when you feel that spark of energy to make the commitment and let yourself do that work. For give yourself, I know it takes longer than 28 days now. That's like there's new research, right? To form a habit, but just see how your body acknowledges that short stint of allowing for yourself and embracing your next phase. So you guys, that's been my health journey as health coach, like all of my things, health coach, fit coach, right? And for the last year, I have been none of those things, not whatsoever. Finny, go say hi to my friends. Say hi to my friends. Say hi. I've just been chemo mom trying to survive, and that's okay. Have grace with your health journey. Embrace where you're at, but acknowledge where you could go in the future, right? Because we all have different chapters, even in our physical health. Guys, thank you for embracing this video during kind of a shit show of energy and events with my children coming in there and running through the house. Remember that perspective reveals miracles. I love you guys so much, and we'll talk to you later. Bye.